morning on the Florida East Coast Railway. Train 222 is led by two behemoth SD70M-2s, 107 in the Rail America scheme, 103 in the Alaska Railroad style paint. On the morning of June 27th, a propane leak near the FEC main line at Tequesta caused a stoppage of all trains. Overnight runs became morning runs, and those became afternoon runs. Perfect for a daylight chase up the Florida East Coast Railway. FEC 222 apparently normally does this work around midnight, but this Friday morning it's happening around 8:30. Fort Pierce is a busy spot on the FEC. It has an intermodal yard to handle trailers for Walmart. Tropicana has a juice processing plant here, and FEC ships Tropicana reefers from here to Jacksonville.
Still looking for the bottom.
A few blocks north of the yard sits an interesting collection of old FEC equipment. This is the Steam Locomotive Association number 253 Museum. Efforts were well underway to restore the old 080 engine to running condition, but the sudden death of the man doing most of the work effectively halted the project. You don't chase trains on the FEC. Well, you don't catch them very often if you do chase. The railroad is fast, and the parallel US 1 is not. I got ahead of 222 here at Sebastian by leaving Fort Pierce well ahead of it. I caught up again at Micco, but only because 222 stopped for a crew change. The Tequesta propane incident and delay ran this crew all the way to its 12-hour limit. While they were recrewing, I moved ahead to Melbourne. You might think the Florida East Coast Railway would have a lot of bridge crossings. Well, it does, and most of them are quite photogenic. This is Crane Creek in downtown Melbourne. One thing FEC has that CSX doesn't is flatbed trailers on flat cars. I caught 222 one more time at Bunnell, north of Daytona. I got here just in time. There's a better shot here at Bunnell from the west side on the inside curve, but I was too late to get over there. It was lunchtime now, and with no other trains on the radar, I pulled into Smokin' D's Barbecue. Very good chopped pork sandwich on toast. Beans were good too, and so was the sauce. Smokin' D's, US 1 and State Road 206 in South St. Augustine. Into St. Augustine proper, the FEC and US 1 parallel the San Sebastian River, not to be confused with the Sebastian River down at Sebastian. Train 101, a regular afternoon job from Bowden Yard, Jacksonville to Hialeah Yard, Miami. 2 SD40-2s is all he needs to pull this 11,000-foot train south along the flat and relatively straight FEC. "101 is predominantly intermodal, but like today, he can carry auto racks on top. Just after 101, Local 905 comes out from the Wilbur Wright Industry Lead in St. Augustine. He's hauling 5 boxcars with his single GP40-2. The only real way home from St. Augustine is I-95 to I-4, which brings me past Winter Park, which meant a stop at Sunrail on a busy Friday evening. It made me a little sad to see the old Winter Park SCL station gone, but Sunrail put a beautiful new one in its place. This is the same A-line that comes out of Richmond, Virginia, and runs through Florence, Pembroke, Folkestone, and Tampa. But it's not CSX owned anymore, at least not this part. The state of Florida now owns this 63-mile stretch from DeLand to Poinciana and operates its Sunrail commuter service on it. Judging by the ridership this stormy Friday evening, they look to be doing pretty well. In Winter Park, Florida, this is Danny Harmon,